For generations, us ladies have been treated like the inferior sex, the lesser sex. We have been treated like dirt. We have had to struggle. We've had to fight to be able to get the rights that we have today. And because of this, us ladies have been in competition with each other, fighting to get to the top and fighting over each other because it's been so hard. We have been pitted against each other in competition to win because it's been so hard for us to win for many years. But now we're starting to form this newfound sisterhood. We're actually starting to look after each other. We're starting to guide each other home. And this is what is important. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. For many, many years, for many generations, us women had no rights. We were treated like objects. We were treated like the lesser sex. It took a lot for us to be able to climb that ladder, to be able to fight for our rights, to be able to work and be independent the way we wanted to do so. For a long time, women were forced into things they didn't want to do in order to get ahead in life. We were seen as inferior. We were seen as we were incapable of doing certain things. We were seen as only being suitable for the kitchen, only being suitable as a wife or mother. And that's it, and then because of this, when us women did get into the working world or the corporate world or, to actually become independent and gain rights, we had to be in competition with each other because we were supposed to be a certain way. And that's the thing, I watched Sage Robbins, Tony Robbins' wife, she did She's Unstoppable Summit. It was specifically for women. And it was so beautiful to see the support and the authenticity of these women, the rawness of them, but they were all in it together. And for so many years, especially when I was growing up as well, women were in competition. We literally were knocking each other out of the way to get to the top because we had to be a certain way. And that's the thing, I don't know if you've seen that video. It's got Miranda out of Sex and the City narrating it. Be a lady, she said. Be sexy, but don't be too sexy. Be a mom, but don't be too much of a mom. Do this, but don't do that. Do this, but don't do it that way. We're supposed to be a certain way. And they spoke about this in the summit. It's we have to present ourselves in a certain way as well as do things in a certain way. And one question that was put to a lot of women, and is put to a lot of women, how do you balance your work and life? How do you achieve a work-life balance? And one of the ladies said, I bet you men don't get asked that, because men don't get asked that. You know what I mean? When men just work a lot of the time, and it is becoming more equal, but a lot of the time women have to balance being a mother as well as trying to be independent and be that working woman. We're Wonder Women. That's what we are. We've had to fight so hard to get the rights that we do have today, to become empowered like we are today, and not to be treated like objects or possessions like we were for many generations. And it was hard because because of this patriarchal society, we grew up with this inner misogyny because of this generational trauma, this generational cycle that we're breaking. We're breaking out of that persona. We're breaking out of the way we were treated or the way we felt we needed to appear. And that's the thing, that's why the competition between women started, because of this inner misogyny that men allowed us to believe about ourselves. And, that's what it was. And because of that, we felt we had to be a certain way. We had to look a certain way. And then we're pitting, in a sense, then all women we're fighting to be the same thing. And what makes us women actually special is our uniqueness. What came to me this morning was we were living in this world. Say I watched The Big Bang Theory, and when Penny was going a film audition, movie audition, or casting audition. She went into the cast, or the waiting room where all the actresses were waiting, and it was literally a room full of blondes that looked the exact same. I know they were going for the same part, but that's the way I felt this morning, is that for years we've all been striving to become this perfect woman, what society wants us to look like, this perfect porcelain doll for all the world, this Barbie doll in a sense. And that's not right, because of that has led to inner fucking disease. And then it's led to resentment with the people around us as well. What I'm trying to say here is, like, it's our uniqueness that makes us brilliant. And because of we're coming into a different kind of frequency, thankfully, us women are starting to support each other now. We're starting to, be there for each other. We're starting to guide each other along. We're not in competition. We're starting to see that our uniqueness is beautiful. And that's what it is like. We're daring to be different now. We're daring to be ourselves. And that's scary. It's scary when for years we've been fighting to fit into a patriarchal, masculine world. We've been fighting to be and look a certain way for what we were expected to be. But now we're starting to come into our own. We're starting to own our uniqueness. And we're starting to not be in competition with each other, which I find so beautiful. We're starting to support each other. We're not hating on the next person for achieving. We're pushing that person along, and they're pulling us with them, or vice versa. And that's what us women need to start doing. We're here to actually help and support each other. And, watching that summit the other day, seeing all these beautiful women, and they were real, to see real women again, because with this image that we've been led to portray, it's fake. We've been putting on this fake image for such a long time, and to see so many women in their real rawness, it's rare and it's beautiful. And that's what we should all be striving for, the realness and the uniqueness that we have within each other. And there's no need to be in competition then, because we don't want to be like the next person. We want to be like ourselves. We're striving to be our true, authentic selves. So we don't need to fight with the next person or be in competition with the next woman. You know what I mean? We're getting to bring that person with us, because that person is unique in their own. That you're unique on your own. You know what I mean? We're all beautiful and unique on our own, and we're all beautiful and unique individually. So we don't, isn't it better to have a room full of randomly raw, real, unique women instead of a room full of women that all look the same? Because that's what the world was for so long. We were fighting to be seen, but we were expected to be seen in a certain way. And now we're starting to see that doesn't matter. What matters is what we do and what we feel. And, we have to start looking after ourselves and rewarding ourselves for the achievements that we're succeeding at. We're so hard on ourselves for things we don't do. But look at what you do. You know what I mean? Everything we do has been through perseverance, resilience, and strength. And a lot of us have been through traumas because of, our past, and because of, I suppose, this image we were trying to fit into. And we're not only recovering from those traumas, we're trying to build ourselves again. We're trying to find ourselves again. And we don't give ourselves enough credit at the strength and the power that we really have. We're here, more and more ladies now they're becoming mothers later in life, but they're becoming independent. They're becoming the businesswomen that they strive to be and that we deserve to be. Do you know what I mean? And we're proven that we don't need to be protected, and we don't. And this is beautiful. You know, this is transformational for the world, that we've gone from being treated so disrespectfully, from having to do God knows what to try and, you know, become equal, fight and strive our whole lives. Our ancestors before us have done so much to try and get us to where we are now. And we're the ones breaking the cycle. We're the ones breaking out of that generational trauma, that generational curse. We're starting to become femininely empowered. We are divine goddesses, and we're starting to understand that we are Wonder Women, and we can achieve anything that we want to achieve. We don't need to depend on anything outside of ourselves for validation or for support, because we have that support within ourselves. But now we're starting to support each other, which is beautiful. Us sisters are starting to support each other, and that's what's important. You know what I mean? It's hard to do life on your own. It is hard, because especially with the past, say our own parents, our own mothers, our own mothers, we're trying to break out of that cycle, and it is hard. And it's been hard from the start, because we were in competition with each other. But now us ladies are starting to come together. It's making it a lot easier. We're starting to support each other. We're starting to share our stories. We're starting to share our wisdom. And this is making us stronger collectively as well, which is even more beautiful. We're striving for the best for ourselves and for our families and for future generations. And that's the beauty of it. We're not just doing this for us. We're doing this for humanity. We're doing it to change the cycle for our children, for our future children. You know, and that's what's beautiful about it. Like, it really upsets me, like, to look back on how women were treated, you know, for generations. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting for us to try and actually do anything other than be an object or a possession to another person or a man. You know what I mean? That's what we were. That's all we were allowed to be. To be able to actually even say that, we were only allowed to be certain things. Allowed. Who gave men the right to tell us what to fucking do or who to be? And that's disgusting. Now, thankfully, things are changing, and thankfully, we are getting our voices back. We're getting our power back. And that is really, really beautiful. So we're here to support each other. Women supporting women. This is what it's all about. We're here to share our stories. We're here to guide each other along. We're here to walk each other home. And that is beautiful. We don't need to be in competition with each other anymore. Why? Because we're not the same. We're all uniquely beautiful. We are the same because we are divine goddesses. We are empowered women. But we are all beautifully unique. And we don't need to be in competition with each other, because we don't want to look like each other. We don't want to be the same. We want to share our wisdom, and we want to support each other and help each other grow. This is the beauty of sisterhood and our newfound collective support system. So look out for that system. You know, I have a few soul sisters that I really, really cherish. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to keep going, because for a long time, you know, I grew up in a masculine household. I grew up mainly with male friends. I grew up in that toxic masculine society because that's just all I knew. You know, my mother left when I was a child. My femininity was lost for so long. And that was the hard part. Like, it took me a long time to regain my femininity. I had very few female friends because a lot of women didn't like me. You know what I mean? And certain, you know, there was just not a lot of women were on the same level as me. But now I'm finding more and more like-minded sisters. And I find that my biggest support network now are women. And I love that, because it's something that I missed for my whole life because of this masculine society that we've been living in. You know, so it's so beautiful to find that support in these women, in my soul sisters. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to support each other. We're here to help each other grow. And that is beautiful. We are all uniquely beautiful. We are all different. We are all special in our own way. But we're all striving for the same thing. We're striving for that independence. We're striving for that empowerment. So therefore, we can all walk each other to the top of that mountain because we're all going in the same direction. We don't need to push each other out of the way. We don't need to be in competition with each other. We're all going the same way. We're all just walking each other home. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I would love nothing more than to help you on your path.